Food is all about building layers of flavor. In our pickled red onion video, we talked about the importance of providing an acidic food item in order to cut through the fattiness of meat and other savory dishes. This is important in refreshing the palate so that your taste buds can keep up with the main course. If you don't refresh your palate during the meal, fatty and savory foods can overwhelm your taste buds and you lose out on the experience. Whether it's barbecue or any other food category, we want to build layers of flavor to maximize the meal and the overall experience of the food. One good option for this is quick dill pickles. They're fast, they're freaking easy, and most importantly, they're delicious. We're gonna start off with some English cucumbers. I grabbed 2 of them. We want to rinse these off and get to work on them. 2 ways to do this. First way that I'll show you is with a chef's knife. Go ahead and slice the ends off and toss them out. A good way to do this is to hold a cucumber like so with your non-cutting hand, and then curve your knuckle in like this. Your knuckle will then act as a guide that your knife follows as you slice down. Curve in your other fingers so you don't chop them off as well. Determine the width you want and go straight down just like so. While it may look cool to do this really fast, the safest way is to just take it slow and steady, and you'll end up with consistent, even slices. If you follow the proper technique, it's also way safer than our other method that I'm going to show you next. We're going to use a mandoline. I'm scared to death of this thing. I haven't sustained any injuries from this, but I've heard horror stories of people who have. This thing is fast, it's accurate, but it'll take your knuckle and your fingertips right off if you're not careful. I'm just gonna say this as a disclaimer, and I will say it once, and I will say it loud. If you screw this up, it's your own fault, not mine. Just slide this lever to the appropriate setting and go to work on it. I suggest you just plan on sacrificing the end of the cucumber so you don't get your fingers too close to it. Just be careful. Sacrifice the end of the cucumber or just cut the end off with a chef's knife, whatever you want to do. Now get this thing out of my sight. I want to highlight the fact that this is a quick pickle recipe as opposed to a fermented pickle recipe. Quick pickling uses vinegar in the brine to deliver that tang flavor, while a fermented pickle uses fermentation to naturally build up that pickled tang flavor over a longer period of time. Next up, let's grab a couple of 16-ounce mason jars and clean these out with soap and water. Go ahead and smash some garlic cloves to release the allicin. Stuff these jars about halfway with the sliced cucumbers, followed by 2 to 3 cloves of smashed garlic per jar, fresh dill, two cloves per jar, a handful of black peppercorns, and a dash of chili flakes. Then stuff the jars full with the remaining cucumber slices. Let's get a medium-sized pot on high heat. In this, we're going to go in with 3 cups of distilled white vinegar, 1 cup of water, 45 grams of salt, and 60 grams of sugar. Bring this to a boil and stir as the sugar and salt dissolves. Put a paper towel under the jars. Once boiling, take this straight over to the jars.
Pour the brine into the jars all the way to the brim till it spills over.
Screw the lids on. Turn the jars over onto another dry paper towel so you can make sure no leaks. Keep them in the fridge till cooled and ready to eat. And it's as easy as that. These are fantastic by themselves as a palate cleanser, but they're also a crowd pleaser on burgers and sandwiches. These will last 6 months in the fridge unopened and 3 to 4 weeks in the fridge opened. Give them a try and let me know what you think in the comments.
That's how we make quick dill pickles and fire and ferment. If you like this type of content and you want to see more of it, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and click on that little bell icon so you don't miss any new content when it releases. I love you guys, and stick around.